Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the Tangle ABO or ABO. I'm not sure if it's a one word. Not Yolanda has it all caps, so we'll go with ABO. And this is by CZT Yolanda Lopez Segura, and I hope I pronounced that right. Okay. Cute border tangle, ribbon tangle, whichever way you want to think about it. Really cute. All right. And there is more than one way to do this. If you take a look at the For More Inspiration link, that will take you to Tangle Patterns, where this was, it was a recent, let's see, what was the date on it? Oh yeah, August 28th. So fairly recent, Tangle that Linda Farmer put out. Highly recommend subscribing to tanglepatterns.com. It is a fantastic resource. All right. Oh, and so if you scroll down, don't just stop like I did at the first step out. Keep scrolling because she shows you how to do it in a totally random wiggly way. You could actually, that could be like a fill-in tangle if you wanted to. But I'm just going to show the one. I will leave you to your exploration after. All right, so we're just going to do this on a nice curved line. Let's say this is your border. Of course, does not matter how thick. And then I did take some artistic license, I'm going to call it. I was trying to think of a catchier name to go with Zentangle. I'll come up with one in the step out. And here's how, because I thought, this makes it a little bit easier. Instead of doing, each side separately, is that what, well, you can go look. Here's what we're going to do is, I'm going to start it up here too. Doing one kind of an ovally orb, hollowing it, right? So start here, come around, and yes, we're crossing over those lines, and then end up on the other side, as if it's continuing. And then we're going to essentially aura that. So going on the outside, coming around like that. Then this is why we can cross over, because we're filling it in. And let me, I should have had this handy. I wasn't thinking. There we go. Switch to my handy dandy graphic one because it makes it a lot easier for filling things in. Now, let me also mention, if you had something you didn't like in these two lines that we've just drawn, because we're filling in, you can course correct it. And I mean, of course, the only way you can course correct is if it's something you can go wider. So like, for instance, and that looks pretty good, I'm going to go back to my 01. And for instance, say I want to make this curve just a little bit more curvy. So I just trace over the edge just a little bit. And in my mind, it's like, I'm just shaving off a little bit of that white space that I didn't care for. And actually, this is a little, I mean, don't go too crazy, because imperfection is perfection in Zentangle. But it's just a nice course correction if need be. All right. Then, and I thought this is really, what a neat idea on how to construct this tangle. So from here, and let's see, and I'm just going to go in from, say, the middle-ish. If it's real thick, you might want to fit 3 of these in there. But I'm going to come out, and these are just real thin, it's a C-shaped curve line just pulled way out. But to resemble a petal, I suppose. So coming out like that, and then we'll do this one. Okay. Then, and you could do this all in one stroke if you want. It reminds me of Walk the Line. I think that's by Chris Titus. Or, you do need to turn your paper ever so often. But if you want to do, a bunch in a row, turn. And we're just going to go around this, but wait. when you get to this part, we're not going to go, stop wherever you come, stop whenever you hit the line, because this one we're not going over. And then, and actually up to you, you could pick it up from here and go back around this way. You could start it from here. I kind of like starting it here so that way wherever it ends, it looks more, I turned it all the way around to get it to where I wanted it. It looks more natural is the word I want to use. I don't know if that's right or not. And because I made this so ginormous, we're going off the page. See, because that way it ends there, but we would have another one maybe coming here, and here I'll do the same thing. So that way it looks like it's tucked behind. Now, I've done it so enormously, I can't really fit another one on there. Oh, I could have put it in the middle. Gosh darn it. Oh, well. But that is it. Well, I could start one. Yeah, why not? Right. Why not? So anyway, you know what though? I'll do that while I'm saying the end stuff. Now, for shading ideas, first off, where things, kind of tuck under, we want to emphasize that. So I'm going to put some graphite here because that, ribbon or tube or whatever you want to call it, string, ribbon, thread, is underneath there. So let's put graphite. Kind of spread that out kind of a lot. Doesn't matter. However you want to do it. If you want to add some dimension to your cord, that was one I've left out. I was trying to think of everything that could be. You could put just some graphite on one side, or if it's thick enough, mine's kind of thick enough, and I'm just using what's left on the tortillon. That makes it look, more rounded. Again, up to you. And then if you wished, you know what? Actually, these petals are tucked underneath here. So let's put a little bit of graphite on either side. And this is one of those things where you could leave it just like that if you wanted to. I feel like it needs some shape. Well, here, you know what? Instead of graphite, let's do this. Let's do, like I said, you could leave it like that, but I'm just feeling like this calls for just one of these nice little lines. Sorry about that. Right? It's kind of what we call like wispy. We were calling them flick lines because you kind of flick your pen a little bit, just lifting it up at the end, and then it creates a really, really neat effect. And then I'm just looking. I'm feeling like I'm just gonna try it here. Maybe just a little something on the sides of that. Yeah, a little bit. Maybe darker so that way it contrasts with the ribbon going in. Yeah, it adds a little depth. So yeah, in my thinking in adding the flick lines, it's like, well, you could add, I was thinking could add some graphite here. Could add graphite to the tips. Could actually put some, you could add graphite wherever you might want to add some curve to this. Actually, you know what? I'm the end is just calling to me. I'm just using what's left on my tortillon. And the challenge that I'm thinking of is like here, we want to have it be a little bit different. I might go a little bit darker underneath there, just so there's a difference. I think there's probably enough difference, but you know what? It can't hurt. Just a teeny bit. Yep. Neat. And of course, you could, if you wanted to add lines in there, so many things that you could do. But I kind of like it simple. And then, as long as your string is, you can just add them periodically. Really, really cute. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please click the like button. And if you liked it enough to see more, please click to subscribe to the channel. Feel free to share it, leave comments and all of that. And again, make sure to look at the description section so you can see, you see my version of the step out. And then I always link to the creator of the Tangle, so you will see that there. And that's, I love adding that. And I think it's important to look at what the creator of the Tangle did, because they usually provide some really neat samples, and it's just very, very cool. And Yolanda did just that. Below that, ways to connect with me. So I have a link to my website, Facebook page. You can follow me on both of those. And if you'd like to be a part of the conversation, or just have a nice, safe place to, be a part of a Zentangle community, because that is exactly what we have. And that's why I call it the Tangle Addicts community group. It's such a wonderful group of people. And again, everybody is so encouraging, and the aim is so that way everybody feels comfortable putting forth, posting their work. It doesn't matter. Whatever you think it looks like, as we joke, we'll be the judge of if it's good or not. And it's always good. Just a heads up, because you did it and it's good. And Zentangle is so much more than just about what it looks like on the page. So, and we, that's the hard part, but we work to really, really just support everybody that is active on there. So with that, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.